Yes, of course Trump is divisive. Think about just female voters alone, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think it was in 2012, like, the Republican Party lost the female vote by 12 points. That's a huge number. And with as misogynistic as Trump is and so vocal about it, that's a huge chunk of it. You're not just voting for a woman.
Donald Trump, the 47th president of the United States, has recently made explosively provocative remarks regarding Meghan Markle's alleged immigration violation, and the political world has been shaken by them.
Did Prince Harry lie to obtain a visa to move to the United States? That is the central question which a court here in Washington could answer, and it could mean the Duke of Sussex is kicked out of America.
According to recent headlines in major news outlets, Trump spoke honestly about an alleged immigration breach involving Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. Meanwhile, Prince Harry's visa application has become the center of legal challenges initiated by the conservative think tank the Heritage Foundation. Trump's remarks have only intensified the ongoing controversy, adding more tension to the already smoldering debate. Prince Harry's biography, Spare, disclosed his previous drug use, which under U.S. immigration law could jeopardize his visa status. The Heritage Foundation is suing to make Harry's immigration records public, asking whether he provided this information during the application process. In the midst of legal fights over Prince Harry's visa status, Trump has expressed his displeasure, implying that the couple may face consequences. In an interview with the Daily Express, Trump, known for his firm stance, declared that he wouldn't protect Harry if it was discovered that he had lied on his visa application. What does this mean for Meghan Markle, who was born an American citizen? Could Meghan Markle's immigration status in the United States be jeopardized as a result of her husband's legal troubles? How does a disagreement between a former president and a royal spouse affect today's political and cultural landscape? Let's take a closer look at the couple's pre-fame existence.
Mike Ross? Hi. I'm Rachel Zane. I'll be giving you your orientation.
Wow, you're pretty.
Good. You've hit on me. We can get it out of the way that I am not interested.
No, I'm sorry, I wasn't hitting on you.
Trust me. I've given dozens of these, and without fail, whatever new hotshot it is thinks that because I'm just a paralegal, that I will somehow be blown away by his dazzling degree. Let me assure you, I won't.
Meghan Markle pursued the conventional Hollywood dream before meeting Prince Harry. She was recognized for her role as Rachel Zane in the TV series Suits and was an advocate for women's causes. She also operated a lifestyle blog called The Tig, where she highlighted her interest in food, travel, and philanthropy. Her ambitions were to be a woman of power, not just in performing, but also in making a difference, as she stated in interviews with magazines such as Glamour. Prince Harry, or Henry Charles Albert David, was the spare for his brother William's heir. Harry was the royal with a rebellious streak, known for his military service, which included 2 tours in Afghanistan, and his charitable work through programs such as Centabale and the Invictus Games. He was often considered more personable and less bound by royal formality. His life before Meghan was one of duty and public service, but it was also fraught with personal struggles, including the devastating death of his mother, Princess Diana.
You didn't believe she was dead?
For a long time. I just refused to accept that she was gone. Part of, she would never do this to us, but also part of, maybe this is all part of a plan.
I mean, you really believe that maybe she had just decided to disappear for a time?
For a time, and then that she would call us and we would go and join her. Yeah.
How long did you believe that?
Years. Many, many years. And William and I talked about it as well. He had similar thoughts.
In these moments, do you ever feel your mom's presence?
For me, it's constant. It has been over the last 2 years, more so than ever before. It's almost as though she's done her bit with my brother, and now she's very much like helping me. He got him set up. Now she's helping me set up. I feel her presence in almost everything that I do now.
Now, let's get through the maze of U.S. immigration laws. Prince Harry's visa has been questioned due to his previous drug use, as revealed in his biography, Spare. According to the New York Post, U.S. immigration policy, which is being closely scrutinized by conservative groups such as the Heritage Foundation, requires full disclosure of such information. If not properly declared, it could result in visa revocation.
Absolutely. So the Heritage Foundation sued the Department of Homeland Security to force the release of Prince Harry's visa records. Did he admit to drug use, or was he given special treatment? A judge sided with DHS, and we assumed that was the end of it. But thanks to new court documents, we know that the Biden administration privately submitted secret documents to the judge before he made the decision in their favor. And now the Heritage Foundation is demanding that judgment be vacated, and not only for Harry's visa case to be re-examined, but the Heritage Foundation has submitted an application to unseal the private correspondence between Biden's DHS and the judge.
According to USCIS, any misrepresentation on visa applications can result in serious penalties, including denial of entrance. This scenario is about more than just Harry. It highlights how these regulations apply to everyone, including celebrities. How do these examples show the difficulties of U.S. immigration policy? America has historically struggled with immigration, with challenges ranging from border security to the treatment of asylum seekers. Trump's administration has a history of advocating for greater enforcement, as evidenced by policies such as Remain in Mexico and the contentious family separations at the border. Proponents of greater enforcement, such as those at the Center for Immigration Studies, argue that it provides better control over national security, reduces the burden on public resources, and ensures a more orderly legal immigration process. However, these restrictions have been criticized for humanitarian reasons, with Human Rights Watch reporting on the human cost of such practices.
Harry is in an interesting situation because he wrote in his book, Spare, about his love of cannabis, cocaine, and magic mushrooms. So he's taken all of those. So his answer to the visa question should have been, yes, I have taken drugs. If it was, yes, I have taken drugs, why was he allowed to stay in America? Why was he allowed to live there? Because I wouldn't be allowed to, normal people wouldn't be allowed to. Was the land of the equal and the free guilty of kowtowing, forelock touching to a British aristocrat? Because it shouldn't have been.
Some citizens are angered because they believe that these immigration regulations only apply to ordinary people. They believe that offering preferential treatment to any class of people other than those with diplomatic immunity undermines the effectiveness of these rules. This is one of the reasons why the Prince Harry crisis has gained so much traction now that Trump is president. Could the example of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle serve as a litmus test for how effective these immigration laws are?
Buckingham Palace has confirmed that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will not be returning as working members of the royal family. Prince Harry and Meghan stepped down from royal duties last year and moved to the United States. The couple, who are expecting their second child, have been stripped of their patronages and honorary titles, which will be returned to the Queen and distributed elsewhere in the royal family.
Let's go deeper into the legal maze that surrounds the royal couple. Meghan Markle, who left her royal duties to start a new life in California, has found herself at the center of American politics. Her husband's immigration issues have spurred a discussion about the ramifications for her own status. According to the New York Post, the Heritage Foundation's legal actions are aimed at ensuring clarity about Prince Harry's immigration status, which might lead to his visa being canceled. This isn't just about Harry, it's about the ramifications for Meghan, who lives with him in Montecito. According to the Daily Star, a court is demanding maximum disclosure while adhering to privacy restrictions, adding to the situation's complexities. While Meghan is a U.S. citizen, legal and public pressure might have a considerable impact on her life, from security measures to public opinion.
Harry is whipped. Do you know the expression whipped?
I'm familiar with the phrase.
I won't use the full expression. But Harry is whipped like no person I think I've ever seen. I'm not a fan of Meghan.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. And I wasn't right from the beginning.
So
I think poor Harry is being led around by his nose, okay?
You think it's going to end?
I do. I've been a very good predictor, as you know. I predicted almost everything. It'll end, and it'll end bad. I'm not a fan of hers at all, and I think she's very disrespectful to the Queen that we just spoke about, who's such a great woman, who's such a great person, historic person. I think she's very disrespectful to the royal family, but maybe most importantly to the Queen.
How will this court struggle affect Meghan's life and public image in the United States? Donald Trump's relationship with the Sussexes has been anything but amicable. Trump's remarks are not surprising. He has had a prolonged dispute with Meghan, extending back to her criticism of him during his 2016 presidential campaign. He has previously described her as nasty, according to The Express, demonstrating a personal dimension to his political attitude. His administration's strategy appears to combine personal vendettas with policy enforcement, particularly against high-profile persons who have openly opposed him. His approach to immigration has always been strict, and this case is a prime illustration. The Brookings Institution predicts that Trump's government will tighten immigration policies, which could theoretically include this high-profile case. The court battle over Harry's visa, exacerbated by Trump's statements, may force the couple to reconsider their American dream. According to the Daily Express, the Sussexes' life in California is jeopardized by the Trump administration's threat of mass deportations and harsher immigration checks. Trump's stance may also be interpreted as a calculated ploy to appeal to his voter base by criticizing high-profile persons who oppose his policies or personal beliefs. But does this represent a broader shift in U.S. immigration policy? Is Trump using this situation to establish a precedent for immigration enforcement? And how does this issue relate to the broader ramifications of U.S. immigration policy enforcement? Remember, the public's attention is continuously drawn to the royals, especially during times of controversy. On social media, opinions range from supporting Meghan and Harry to applauding Trump's harsh attitude. According to the Mirror Online, the Sussexes have faced intense criticism before, and this situation may push them further into the spotlight or into solitude. Prince Harry's team is legally prepared to battle, but the issue remains: how long can they stand up to such scrutiny? The Sussexes have established a life in Montecito, focusing on new initiatives such as their nonprofit Archewell, media projects with Netflix and Spotify, and Meghan's current lifestyle line. However, these new problems may leave them in a vulnerable position.
3 people hop out of a black car right into my cab, and it was Prince Harry and Meghan, and there was another woman with them as well. Garbage truck was blocking us. He was picking up trash, and all of a sudden paparazzis came out of nowhere and just started flashing, and they didn't stop until the security got out and said, move, move, move. And then the garbage truck got out of the way, and the paparazzi were following the car. And Prince Harry and his wife and the other lady, they were nervous and they looked scared.
If the United States becomes hostile, the royal family may consider returning to the United Kingdom or another country. The dynamics of the royal family have evolved since they stepped down from their responsibilities, and their international status may be jeopardized if they are perceived to be involved in immigration court fights. Immigration law experts warn that any attempt to utilize Harry's case as a larger immigration enforcement tool would be problematic, perhaps resulting in international legal and diplomatic concerns. How will this case affect worldwide perceptions of American immigration policy? What does the future hold for Harry and Meghan in America, and how will this saga alter their roles on the global stage?
I mean, I don't think it would be a surprise to learn that Harry and Meghan are already taking precautionary steps because, whether Donald Trump makes good on his claim that he could deport them or not, of course this does throw into doubt their plans. And some people even think that their recent purchase of a property in Portugal, which is a holiday home, could be their sort of preemptive way of having a second base in case Trump does actually deport Harry. I don't think that that's out of the realm of possibility. I think that they're probably making a backup plan just in case he means business.
Let's now focus on what long-term impact this could have. What does the Trump administration's policy of mass deportations and harsher immigration checks mean for Harry and Meghan's future in the United States? According to the Daily Express, the pair intends to oppose any attempts at deportation, implying that they consider the United States to be their home. However, with mounting political tensions and Trump's clear message, the path forward is laden with difficulty. The scenario may prompt the Sussexes to reassess their living arrangements or even their public duties. Will they continue their campaigning and commercial efforts in America, or will this saga lead them to another country, possibly the United Kingdom or Canada? Could this be the start of a new chapter for the Sussex family away from America? As we conclude, consider this. The conflict between Trump and the Sussexes is not only about immigration. It is a small part of a greater cultural and political fight in the United States and beyond. Trump's remarks have sparked debates over privacy, openness, and the treatment of celebrities versus ordinary Americans in immigration proceedings. This story explores power, influence, and the interaction of personal life and governmental policy. As we wait for the next move in this royal and political chess game, one thing is certain. The consequences of this story will be felt far beyond the lovely gardens of Montecito. What does this saga indicate about the nature of celebrity, politics, and the law in modern America? Do you think Trump will deport Prince Harry and Meghan Markle? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on interesting stories like this.